So after the light bake, we can see after bringing this object inside, we have a very nice lighting effect on here, because this was coming out and then this was blocking this section of the light entering the room. Now it's looking very nice, and if we go here, we have everything in perfect condition now. And let's go here, and then I will increase the compensation to maybe 2 or maybe 2.5, and then go ahead, inspect everything, and I think everything is looking perfectly awesome. So interior lighting are now perfect, and we have our skylight coming from the windows and doors, and then that skylight HDRI has a sunlight inside it, and that sunlight is casting very nice sun effect in here, and that sun is in the middle of that skylight, and then it's also casting some sun effect here. And then we have some spotlights here in the scene, in the darker areas, and they are making a bit of a contrast between outside light and then inside light. And I think that's looking perfect as of now. And now let's go ahead and then adjust our post process volume, so that we will be sure that we will be getting our quality as desired, and before rendering the final light bake or doing the final light bake. So I'll just go ahead here, and then I will go in post process volume, and I will start tweaking it. So I will make it 1, compensation will be 1, and then minimum and maximum speed, all these things will be 1 and 1, and then I will go ahead here in white balance, and then I will make it 9500, and then in contrast, global setting, contrast, I will make it 1.1, and then in gamma I will make it 1.25, and then in gain also I will make it 1.25, and then in misc I don't think we need anything else. And then let's go ahead. In film also we don't want to do anything, and in tone map also we don't want to do anything, and in ambient occlusion we will just go ahead and make the radius to 5, and then the quality to 100, and then in screen space reflection it's already 101, and then that's it. If we go inside this, you see the quality, we are getting very nice. Nice blend of light and all. See, if you want to see it, just see how well it is coming out. See, it was in like this, and now if we go to Alt 4, that means lighting only. Now everything is looking very nice, and I think we can reduce the darkness of this color to a bit more, like here. Go here, and then I will clone this by pressing Ctrl W, and then I will just click here, and I will make it a bit more lighter. That's all. So that when lights bounce with these objects or these walls, then a better amount of light gets distributed all around. So I think we are on the right track, and now let's go ahead and do the changes for final lighting. So for proceeding ahead here, I will try to come on a conclusion what we have done till now, and for that what we can do is I can say that I have used a skylight, and then I corrected all the bugs inside the scene, and maybe I will make this object. And one more thing is we have to make some objects that are very big in size and that may contribute in GI bonds. We have to make them a bit whiter, so I will go ahead here and I will just bring a color here, and then I will make it white. I will close max now because we don't need max anymore since all our bug has been corrected. Okay, I have made this as white temporary so that it will bounce light a bit more here. And one more thing, we don't have this texture because this texture were like multi textures, so we cannot bring them here inside it. So what I will do is I will just go inside our 3ds Max file, and then I will search for that textures, those floor textures. Okay, these are those floor textures. I will just copy them, copy, and then I will go on desktop, and then I will make a few folders, and I will paste those textures here, and then I will close it, and then inside my content browser I will make wood floor, and then I will import those textures from desktop. And then I will right click and create materials, and now I'll go in filter and then click materials, and I have 6 materials from out of those 6 blank textures. And now what I will do is I'll go ahead and apply those textures one by one. And this is the reason why I break all those floors, so that I can apply the textures like this. Control Q hide, Control Q hide. We have this floor object and this object, and then Control Q hide, Control Q hide, select Control Q hide, select Control Q and then hide. Now what we'll have to do is we'll have to apply this Control Q and then isolate selection and then F. And now what I will do is I will just go ahead and apply this texture on these also. think we cannot see those floors, so I don't think need to do anything. Okay, I think we have some issue here. Control Q, hide, and I think we don't need this. I think we need to adjust this a bit. We'll have to correct this and we'll be good to go. So we will go here and just cross check everything. So I'll go here ahead and here. I'll add a modifier on it, and then I'll go ahead and right click and then connect. And I will go ahead and then snap it on maybe here. And then I'll go ahead and then here in polygon I will detach it. And now I will go ahead and then export it. I'll go here inside Unreal Engine and then I will delete this, and I'll go here datasmith and then retrieve tutorial export, and then I will import it here. Now I'll go ahead and then assign a text on it, and I think now it's perfect. Yes. So I think once again we'll go ahead and render it, test render it for the last time, most probably, and then after we are satisfied we'll go ahead for the final light making. So I'll go save, I will save this file, and then I will go ahead and bake the lighting. And whenever you see all these uh, bugs or maybe some errors, I will try to correct those few issues, and the remaining you can ignore. I will let you know which one of them you have to ignore and which one of them you have to correct it. So just let's wait for the render to get finished. So as we can see that our lighting has been built, and this bug is also corrected. So let's go here in Alt 4, and maybe let's go in Alt 6 first, and then post process and make it 2 or 2.5, and then we'll go ahead and scout the scene for any bug. And as I can see, I don't see any bug here in the scene, and everything looks very fine and okay. So one more thing is, we can go ahead and this table lamp is empty, and if you want you can give a spotlight on here, or maybe you can leave it as it is. What we can do is we'll just go ahead, isolate selection, or right click visibility and show only selected one, and then I will go ahead in here basics, and then I will bring a cylinder in here, and then Alt J to top view, and then I'll go ahead and then scale this to like this, maybe like this, and then Alt H, and then I will scale it, and then I will bring this down here, and then just go a bit further and see if I have any anti-aliasing or maybe flipping or overlapping thing, or just pure flickering. So I don't see anything flickering in the scene. And now I will go ahead and select the material of and then again I will go ahead and apply that material. So we have dealt with it now, and as I can see everything is perfect and okay. So now we'll go ahead and increase the light map resolution, and then increase the settings inside our base light base light base light mask INI for the best quality possible to get rendered for this scene. And for that, what we'll have to do is we'll just go and increase the resolution. So I'll go ahead, select this and increase to 1024, hide it, and then I will go ahead and select Control Q, or you can also select right click, select and select the same material, and I will make them to 512, hide them, then I will go ahead and select all this and I will make them 1024, then I'll make it 1024, and now I'll just go ahead and select these and these and these and these, and then I will make resolution 512, and then I will select these and make them 512. One thing that has to be taken care here is do not give lightmap resolution on any object that you cannot see in the viewport, because that will be increasing your light build time and it will not at all be helpful in increasing the realism of the scene. So just don't give resolution on any object that you don't see inside the scene. Just try to follow the pattern on which I am going on and increasing the resolution of the objects. You don't have to go overboard. Any objects that are not going to receive any shadows, make it only 256, Control Q, and then 512, and again Control Q, 512. Try to follow the pattern that I'm following. And any objects that are receiving contact shadow and are in the main section of the scene, just go ahead and give 1024 light map resolution undoubtedly. And objects like this you can give 512. Select these and these and these and these and make their resolution to 256, and then again 256, and I think we should give a I'll select the metal of this radiator and wait for the shaders to compile. And then again I will go ahead and duplicate this and I will name it pot, and then I will apply on this pot. Or yes, I don't think a glass pot is very good here, so I'll go ahead and then Control Q and maybe Control Q and then 256. And as you can see, we are not able to see the objects behind this, so we will not give resolution on these objects because it will be just a waste of rendering time. And every object we are going on and giving the resolution, I'm going on and hiding them. So we'll go ahead and give 256, select all these, and then 512, then select all these, and then 512, and then hide them. I don't think we need to give resolution, but we should. Let's give a resolution of 256. And on this logo, I think we don't need to do anything. Here 1024, Control Q, and then 256. $256 will be enough on these objects. And on objects like this which are receiving contact shadow, give 1024. $256, and then leave them, and then 256. $512, $256, $512. Just try to give a light map resolution accurately and smartly, so that will not have longer render time and it will have fast render. Control G, and I will just move them a bit further, and I don't think why it's in the air, so let's put it on the surface. Maybe like this, and give 128. Then again I will go inside and I will select one object and Control Q, and I will give 512 on all of these objects, and then I will select all these, and then I will give 1024 on these objects, and on sofa I will give 1024, and then pillows I will give 512, and on the carpet I will give 1024, and then 512. Or maybe 1024. Control H. I'm just going ahead and give 512, 512, 256 will be enough on these objects. 256, select these, and then 256, 256, select all these and give 256. It's a bit time consuming, but you have to do this because it's very important to get the realism. So don't be impatient, as I keep saying. It's a thing of being patient here, and that will count in the final result for sure. So I have given a resolution of all these objects and maybe these objects. Go ahead and give 256, but for this object on top one I will go ahead and give 512 because it's receiving shadow, and we will get a very nice contact shadow. 512, and then I think we don't need a glass. Okay, let's keep it as glass only, not a big deal. Again I will go ahead here and then I will make it 512 maybe, and then I will select these and then these and these maybe, and then 512, and I will select all these and use 256 for them, will be more than enough. And then here we'll go ahead and give 512, and on here I think we should go ahead and give 512, will be more than enough. $512 for maybe 1024 for this, and Control H, and then this one, and then this and this. We'll give 1024. Here we'll give 256. Control Q, and then we can give 256. We'll give 512 here because it will receive shadows, and then we can give 256 on the remaining. I will give 512 since it's receiving the contact shadow from this pan. I will give 256 on these objects also, hide them for a bit. 256, as I said, it's time consuming. Control H, so take your time, don't be impatient. 1024, and then 1024, and then 512. Control H, then on all these chairs, 4 chairs, we will absolutely go ahead and give 1024 on this table. 1024, and then for this table also 1024, think we don't need this tab, so we'll delete it. This plate. Again we'll go ahead here and then give 512, select one of this fabric and then 512, and on all these objects 256, and on this fabric one we'll go ahead and give 512. We'll select all these small objects and give 256. And then we will select all this height and height. We'll just go ahead and give 1024 since it's a big object. And we'll select this and then this, and then this, and we'll go ahead and give 1024. Select these and we'll go ahead and give 512. Go ahead and give resolution of 256 on all these metallic object. I'll select this, and then this, then this, 256. But for this, as it's a complex object, we'll go ahead and give 512. And for all these objects, let's go ahead and give 256. Now select all these objects and give 256. We don't need to give a resolution on these objects because we'll not be able to see them anyway. So I will select this. $512 will give 512 because I will not see contact shadow on them, but we will give 1024 on these objects because they will be receiving contact shadows. 1024, and here we'll go ahead and 1024 and 1024, 1024. Select all this and give 256, then select this and give 512, and all these objects also 256 will be more than enough. So we will go ahead and give 256 and then give 256 and then again select this and we'll give 512. Oh, 56. Hide them. I'm hiding them temporarily so that I can see anything that has been left behind and skipped. I'll go ahead and unhide them all once I'm done with giving the light map resolution. So I'll go ahead and give 256 on these. 256 and then 256, and on this we'll give 512 and then 512 on this. Okay, I see some issue here. Alt 6 and then Control Z, and if I go in here Alt 4, I see this bug. So I'll go inside material and I will just go ahead and detach this world displacement and tessellation, and then I will go here and then in tessellation I will reset these two values and then apply. And as you can see, it's corrected now. 256. I will go ahead and see this book is receiving quite a good amount of contact shadow, so I would give 512 on these two, and on the rest I will give 256. And then hide, and then 256 and Control H. I will select these and then I will go ahead and give 256. And then 256 on these also. .56 and 256. I will select all these and give 256. Control H, and I will just go ahead and see if anything has been left off, and I'll just go ahead and give 256 on all of these also. So just go ahead and cross check. Everything looks to have light map resolution of some value, and that is what we are looking for. We will neglect this type of small objects because we will not be able to see any contact shadows and any details on them, so we will just leave them. We will give light map resolution on the floor also in a bit. Select all these and then just go ahead and give 512 and hide them, and then 512 and then hide them, 512 and then 512, and on this we will have to give 1024. Select all the objects here. 256 will be enough. 256 will be enough here also, and if possible we can just take it a bit above, it would be better. 256 resolution, and then I will select this and this and this, and then I will give 512, and on this I will go ahead and give 1024, and on this I will give 1024, and on all these objects I will go ahead and give 256. That will be more than enough. I'll go ahead and give 256 on all of this. 512, and on this we'll give 1024. Here also we'll give 1024, and on these two we will give 256. Select these two and give, okay, 256 is enough. 256, 256. I will select all these objects at once and then press Ctrl Q, or right click, select and select all by with same material, and then I will go ahead and give 256 resolution on them, and on both of this I will go ahead and give 1024, and on this I will go ahead and give 1024. Now go ahead and give 512 here. Go ahead and give 256 resolution here. It's also a time consuming, but you need to keep focus and attention. The whole real-time architectural visualization is a time consuming thing, but at the end it does count or return back your efforts that you have given to it. So I'll go ahead and give 512 on all of these objects, and on selective these four objects I will go ahead and give 1024 because they consist a large complex objects, and so we'll give, and then again I will go ahead and select all these objects, and give 256 on them. 56 will be more than enough for them. And then I'll go ahead here and select these two and give 256, and these objects I will give 256 and then 256, and on here wall I will go ahead and give 1024, and here I will go ahead and give 512. I'll go ahead and give 256 on these objects, and on these two objects I'll go ahead and give 512, and on this I will go ahead and give 1024. I will select all these objects, 256, 512. To 56. To 56 will be enough. Height, and then select this, and I will give 256. Then 512. And on this object I will go ahead and give 512. It's receiving contact shadows. Select this, and I will give 256. And it, and I'll give 256. Control H. Okay, I have two objects here, so I will delete one. Then I will select these, and then I will go ahead and give 256. And on here I'll go ahead and give 512. And I will just go ahead and select these objects, and then I can go ahead and I will give 512. Select all these, 512. Select all these, 512. Select all these, 512. Select all these. We will give 512 because these objects are near to our eye, so we need to give 1024 on this, 1024 on this, and 1024 on this too. On this we can give 256. 512. And then 256. We will select all these, and then we will go ahead and give 256. And then 256. Height 256. Okay, I think there's some issue on this material, so I will just go ahead and right, they are okay now, and I will go ahead and give 256 here. And we'll go in full screen mode, and then again we'll go ahead and watch very carefully if we are missing to give light map resolution. Yes, now it's time to floor. So on the floor what we'll do is we'll give 512, or maybe let's do 1024. and then 1024, and then 1024, one zero two four. Let's go ahead and give 512 on this object, and let's select all these and let's give 512 on these objects. Hide and then select okay, everything it's having, and let's give 1024 on this object. Control H, and then I will go ahead again in full screen and just watch carefully. If I am missing to give or increase the light map resolution on any object, so I will go ahead, select here and 256, and again in full screen mode, and then I will just go ahead and cross check everything. Cross checking is very important because you don't want to miss anything before rendering the final quality. And before rendering the final quality, we'll just render it with the same with normal quality, with the light map resolution increased, and will just be as same as an insurance or assurance. Before rendering the final quality, we'll just increase the resolution as we are increasing them, and once we are done with it, we'll go ahead and render it right away with the same quality, and be assured that we don't need anything else to be done in the file, and everything is on perfect path or track. And then once we are sure after that light build, we will increase the quality to insane or maybe high quality, whatever it is, and then we will build the light. So as you can see, I just forgot to increase some resolution of some objects, so I'm going ahead and then increasing them right now. Go ahead and then give 256 on this object also. So this is the benefit of cross checking. When you cross check, then nothing gets left behind or by mistake. Don't leave anything. So just to make sure everything has got proper amount of light map resolution, you have to cross check it. These objects will not be able to see them in close, so we don't have any issue with them. And every object in the measure area of our scene, I think we have given the light map resolution. So as you can see, we have given light map resolution on approx every part of our scene. So without wasting any time, let's go ahead and render this scene with the same light mask quality, num primary GI sample 32 and num secondary GI to 16. So I'll go ahead and then save the file, close these palettes, So as you can see, our light build has completed, and we'll go ahead and then just cross check everything that is everything correct and as desired. And this one I just render on this preview render only, but the lightmap resolution was adjusted accordingly, and because of that it took only 50 minutes to render on this preview setting with all the resolution increased. And we should render it on preview only before rendering the final, because we want to be making sure that everything is in perfect condition and no bug and issue are going to appear, and the results will be very predictable once the final rendering has been done. And because of this preview rendering, even after increasing the resolution, we will see some noise in the scene. So just don't worry about this noise, because this noise will go once we crank the quality to extreme quality. So only we have to do is we'll just go ahead and cross check everything for any bug or error, so that we don't get any bug or error after our final build. So I'm just going ahead and then cross checking everything possible, and everything looks very smooth and as expected. But after that also I will just go ahead and then cross check everything in the scene very carefully. And as I have cross checked it, everything looks absolutely fine and in perfect condition. So I think we'll go ahead and I'll go inside light view, and then I will go ahead and in post process volume I will switch off this as of now, and I will just go ahead and increase this. Go ahead and increase this like this to the perfect amount, and as you can see everything is looking perfect. So now what we'll do is we'll just go ahead and tweak the materials for the final build. So it's two way around. You can just go ahead and then do the final building so you can just go ahead and do the final light bake, like increasing this from this quality setting, and then just straight away go ahead and bake the light. Or you can just go ahead and correct all the materials here itself as perfect as possible, and once you are done with the materials you can go ahead and then render it on the final quality. You can do any way around. It's absolutely perfect and it's absolutely cool to do any way you want. Since I have time for recording, so I will go ahead and tweak all the materials possible in the scene and make them as realistic and as perfect as possible. So I'll just go ahead and then tweak them. So I will start from here, and I think as I said, just remember that you can do material tweaking right now and then after on this bake, and after you are done with the light baking material tweaking, you can go ahead and bake the final quality, or you can change the material, or you can first bake the final quality and then tweak the materials. And as I said, I have time right now for the recording, so I'll go ahead and tweak the materials. So I'll just go ahead, select this, and I will right click here, and I will convert it into parameter, and I will name it color. and then I will add a scalar parameter here, and then I will name it as specular, and then I will just put it on this, and then I will make its default value to 0.35, and then I will just duplicate it, and I will name it as roughness, and then I will connect it to the roughness one, and then I will again duplicate this specular one, and then I will put it inside here in metallic, and I will name it as metallic, and I will make its default value to 0. This I did because of two reasons. First reasons, if I convert this material into a instance material, I will have all these parameters which I just gave of like metallic and specular and roughness, so that I can adjust them in real time. And another benefit of this will be, I will, after that instance material has been created, I will apply on all the materials that with the same, having the same materials. That means the object that is having this material, I will select all the objects that having this material, convert this material into an instance material, and then I will apply that instance material. And after applying that instance material, I will have two advantages. That means first advantages will be, I can tweak the material colors, metallism, metallic value, specular value and roughness in real time. And another thing will be, the scene will perform better in real time. Once we are walking inside interactively in real time, the scene will be light because the material will be already pre-calculated, and instance material take a very less amount of memory on RAM and on graphic card, so the scene will be very light while we will be roaming around in the scene. So we will have two advantages. So I will just go ahead and copy this 3 nodes and then apply it,